So you've never been to Northwest Arkansas before, huh? Or maybe this is your first trip coming back after visiting one time and you said, you know what? Maybe we should move there. Maybe we should find out more about what Northwest Arkansas is all about. My friend, it's always fun to hear from people all over the world, believe it or not, that are coming to Northwest Arkansas for usually one of 3 reasons. I'll break those down for you, of course, in this video. Throughout the video, I'm going to provide some tips and tricks to make sure that your trip to Northwest Arkansas is a success. As mentioned before, usually people are coming here for one of 3 reasons. They've heard about Northwest Arkansas. Maybe they've got a friend or family member that lives here, and they're like, what is it all about? So you're probably sitting there doing some research about your first trip, or maybe a second trip, to Northwest Arkansas, and you'd like the trip to be a success. Usually one of 3 reasons. 1, coming to visit friends and family, to learn more about the area, to learn more about what are the things to do there, what can I experience, what can I see. Is it a leisurely trip to just come and hang out? Another reason why so many people come to Northwest Arkansas is they are being relocated here or want to move here, so they're here for a house shopping trip. And one of the other major categories as to why people are coming to visit Northwest Arkansas is for action and adventure, for a multitude of reasons that fit inside of that I'm going to break down for us. But first, going back, you've got friends or family that live here and you're wanting to find out what is Northwest Arkansas all about. One thing you're going to notice is there is a common theme throughout each and every one of these sections. My friend, always have a plan.
I have a plan. You've got a plan.
You're going to spend some time. You're going to spend some resources coming to Northwest Arkansas. It'd probably be good to have some type of a plan.
I have part of a plan.
What percentage of a plan do you have?
Some type of itinerary to figure out what you're going to do while you're here. Now, there are some of you out there that are like, I want every single minute of my trip planned. And there's some of you that are like, you know, I want to make sure I hit a little bit of this. I like to throw in a little spice of that over here and make sure we do these certain activities. And of course, you want to leave room for spontaneity. Let's say you're coming here for the very first time to come visit friends or family, or you're just curious about the area and thinking, maybe that's an area of the world we should check out. My friend, there's so much to enjoy here in Northwest Arkansas. In fact, a few weeks ago, I put together a video of top fun things that you can do in Northwest Arkansas. Of course, depending on the time of year, some of those might be available or not. Of course, I'm not going to give away all the details that are in that video, but there are things in Northwest Arkansas that you can pay for to do, and then there are things that are free to do, and then maybe some that are kind of halfway in between. So if you're coming for leisure in Northwest Arkansas and you're wanting to experience the whole region, my advice to you, my friend, would be to stay somewhere along Highway 49. You could catch a show at the Walton Art Center or the Arkansas Music Pavilion, locally known as the AMP. You could take a tour with Big on Bentonville and downtown Bentonville. Or maybe you could go and visit one of Northwest Arkansas's plethora of museums.
Would you say I have a plethora of piñatas? A what? A plethora. Oh, yes. You have a plethora.
That's right, there are museums all over Northwest Arkansas. Most all of them are free, but some of them might have a few different exhibits that you might have to pay for. Experience cuisine. We have some great barbecue in Northwest Arkansas. Please note that there is not a whole lot of public transit in Northwest Arkansas. So if you're looking for the ability to ride a bus or ride a bird or lime scooter around Northwest Arkansas, those aren't as prevalent as they may be in some larger cities. Depending on where you're going to be spending most of your time, whether it's Benton County to the north or Washington County to the south, I would encourage you to do a bit of research on that town before you go visit to see if there's any festivals or events that are going on that you can enjoy while you're in town also. Whatever you do, as you go around, take notice of people that are around here. Ask them what they like about living here. Ask them where they moved from. By the time you leave, I bet you can count on less than 2 hands how many people you ran into that are actually born and raised from Northwest Arkansas. As a local real estate broker, so many people reach out to me and say, hey, Anthony, we're coming to Northwest Arkansas next month, or we're coming to Northwest Arkansas next week, or we're in Northwest Arkansas right now. Can you show us homes? We'd love to meet up with you. My friend, I'd love to meet up with you as well. But as we said in the last section, hey, we need a plan. We need to make sure that we have the schedule figured out prior to your arrival. So I'm glad that you're watching this video right now. if you're wanting to come into town and do a house shopping trip. Maybe you're being relocated here with your employer. Maybe you're looking to retire here in Northwest Arkansas, like so many of my clients have done. Here are the quick tips that I would say if that is your case. My friend, know when you're coming. Let's reach out beforehand. Know your budget. And when I say know your budget, do you have cash in hand to be able to purchase the home, or do you need to go and get pre-approved with a local lender? Know the market conditions. And when I say market conditions, your market, wherever you're moving from, could be very different than what it is here in Northwest Arkansas. Maybe you're moving with kids or not with kids, but schools are important to you based off of the children that you're bringing with you, or based off of maybe resale value in the home that you're looking to purchase here in the area. Certainly do your research, maybe niche.com, schooldigger.com. Please understand that there is a lot of new construction in Northwest Arkansas. Once a quarter, I do a video on what our local market looks like, and I always break apart new construction versus existing homes because they are vastly different. Of course, if you're looking to move to the area and wanting to know more about each city, here are a few videos that I've done on city tours that show you different cities in Northwest Arkansas and give you a little bit of the history of the town, a little bit about the school district, a little bit about things to do, and of course, what some of the real estate looks like in each one of those towns. In addition to that, I've done videos on neighborhoods in each one of those cities that might be helpful to you also. And before we move on to the last section, I want to draw your attention to the buyer representation agreement. If you're wanting to come into town and look at properties, but you're just not sure exactly where you're moving yet, all agents here in Northwest Arkansas, me included, we have to have a buyer representation agreement signed prior to looking at homes. Even if my wife was like, hey, sweetheart, I want to go look at homes. I was like, you know, Jessica, you have to have a buyer rep agreement signed before we can go out and look at homes together. It is now required of us in order to go and see properties together. Now, you could also go look at open houses. My advice would be to partner with your local real estate broker, and we can help guide you in the right direction. Information about the towns, information about school districts. Maybe this is your first time to Northwest Arkansas and you're looking for action adventure. You're going on a golfing trip. You're wanting to go to Beaver Lake and go rent a boat and go out on the lake for the day. Or maybe you're like so many people that come to Northwest Arkansas on a summer vacation, on a spring break, on a fall break, on a Christmas break, for the weekend to come and enjoy some of our world-class mountain biking. Again, like every other section, have a plan, my friend. There are multiple different trail systems here in Northwest Arkansas that you can enjoy no matter the weather. Of course, if it's pouring down rain, we have wet weather trails, but some of the other trails are going to be closed. One of my favorite trail systems is Kohler Mountain Bike Preserve. But even before I go to Kohler and go get a workout in, I'm going to look to see, is there an event going on? Do I need to worry about parking? I need to even plan ahead because just recently there was an event going on and I made sure that I went prior to the event, got my workout in, and then left as people were showing up. Parking can be limited in a place like Kohler Mountain Bike Preserve. Are you bringing your bike with you, or are you going to rent one while you're here? My friend, we're in the mountain biking capital of the world. If you're not bringing your bike with you, that's okay. You can go to one of our local bike shops and rent some of the best equipment that is available to the market. Maybe you're wanting to test out some new gear. They'll rent you a bike, they'll rent you shoes, they'll rent you a helmet, of course, things that you need in order to go and enjoy the area's mountain biking. Maybe part of your action adventure also includes a mountain biking race or a gravel race like Rule of 3, Big Sugar, Little Sugar, sponsored by Lifetime. Maybe you're coming into town for the Hincapie Grand Fondo or racing in it. Take into consideration who are you riding with, where are the trails located, and where you're staying. There's a really cool place that you might want to check out if you're coming into town for mountain biking is the Bentonville Bike Inn. They have accommodations there for cyclists, mountain bikers, and they'll also give you a ride to the local trail system. Maybe you're looking to hike or kayak or just enjoy nature here in Northwest Arkansas, my friend. Action and adventure is another reason that people enjoy the area, not because they're just visiting friends and family, not because they're moving here, but just in general. Of course, action and adventure might be the reason why you come visit, but it also might be the reason why so many come to stay. My homework for you, my friend, is have a plan. Define your trip. Are you coming for leisure? Are you coming for action adventure? Are you coming for a house shopping trip and only have so much time to be able to make a major decision as to which home you're going to move into? Figure out what your key objectives are. Again, if it's a house shopping trip, You've got 3 days and you need to find a house while you're here. Or you've got 3 days and you want to get in as much mountain biking as you possibly can. Another item on your homework list is to look at other videos, maybe on my channel, maybe other YouTubers' channels in the area, and see what's going on or areas that you might want to check out while you're in town. Of course, my friends, it's always a pleasure to put this information together for you, and now you know a little bit more about what life is like in and around Bentonville. Thanks for watching.